Welcome back to Two Tall Stitchers. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you're returning, it's great to see you again. I obviously am up and about, and I'm here with my daughter, Jennifer.
Yeah.
And we want to wish you happy holidays. Hope you had a good Christmas and are looking forward to New Year's. And just, we're glad to be up and about again.
Yeah. And if there's anybody joining us for the first time, what we're talking about is that she had a hip replacement 3 weeks ago today. So
yes.
Hip number 3,
yeah.
First time on the right side, and she's doing great.
And at this point, 3 weeks ago, I don't know whether they were cutting me open or stitching me up.
You were in surgery.
Yeah.
You were still in surgery at this time. So.
And I started today off with PT, so I'm feeling used.
But it's a special day.
Oh, it is.
It's somebody's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you.
I didn't even bring her gifts yet. She gets them later.
Oh, okay. I was beginning to wonder.
Your gift is me.
Oh, yeah.
Your gift is a ride to physical therapy.
Her gift is taking care of me for the past 3 weeks and just being all around wonderful. She's I can't tell you, she's done so much. She was so supportive, and she stayed here 3 nights with me so that I wouldn't be, berserko totally. Just a little bit.
So you could go to the bathroom
so I could
and
go
get
to
back
bed.
in bed,
Yes.
not have to sleep on the toilet, things like that.
Yeah. So I'm doing well. I'm now at the burning stage where the nerves that they cut to do the replacement are kind of trying to regenerate. And I asked my PT this morning, I said, I feel like I'm whining all the time. She said, no, I need to know this stuff in case it's not normal, but nobody knows I'm not normal. So anyway, I'm regenerating, and that's good, and my muscles have calmed down.
Yeah.
Can I tell them a part about the... Anyway, when you get a hip replacement these days, they do the anterior, which is more to the front, and so that avoids cutting the muscles, which is really good. But as I pointed out to my surgeon, he did not let me know that he was going to stretch my muscles in my right leg to attempt to make it 6 inches longer than my left leg, because when they do it now, instead of cutting the muscles, they dislocate your hip. I was not awake for that, and it's a damn good thing. Yeah. So, but I'm
one of the nurses told me, if you want to see what the procedure's like, you can go look on YouTube. I said, I'm good. I don't need to see that.
So, yeah. But anyway, I'm up and about. I'm doing well. Can't drive yet. 1 more week. And they said 4 weeks, so I'm counting the days. Yeah. And that'll be good. Yeah. And so, yeah, we're glad. We're delighted to be back. I've been stitching
resting,
a lot.
doing your exercises, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. And I had 13 people in the house the other day. But I didn't have to cook, so that part was good. Yeah. So welcome back. Welcome, join us. We're very happy to have you all here.
Yeah. I want to say before we get to the quilt, a special thank you to Rebecca Journey and Linda Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Who were my heroes of the day. Last time we held up this tin of vanilla mints that were super old that Mom had in her room, and I was like, oh, I love these. They found them on Amazon. I ordered 2 big bags. I meant to bring one with me today to show you, but in everything else, I forgot that. So, yeah, I love them. I'm so happy to have them again, and so happy to know they're still being made.
She is one happy camper. Yes. When she saw those notes from you guys, she was like, whoa, and she was jumping up and down, and I just ordered them, and so, thank you.
So thank you very much for Googling for me, since I clearly had not done it myself. All right, so now we'll go to the quilt of the day, which is one of Mom's.
Yeah, this is, I have no clue. I don't remember the pattern name. I made it, and I don't have a date on it. I made it since I was here because I bought it at Zigzag Quilts over in Greenfield, Indiana. It's a neat little shop if you're in the area. She's got some great stuff. She's a Bernina dealer and stuff. But the thing I remember about this is I put it together, and I looked at it, and all these were pointing in instead of out. So I took the entire top apart, redid it, and I'm really glad I did. Yeah. But so this is all, if somebody wants the name, when I can get back upstairs, I can dig through because I'm pretty sure I still have the pattern. Yeah. Okay.
We have the clicky. The dog's trying to walk by.
What should do with Cole? Yeah, there he is.
He doesn't quite know where to go.
Yeah. He doesn't have his chair because we're downstairs in the kitchen. Yeah. Now he's going to want to go out. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, we're going to show you some of our holiday gifts that we received that are more crafty related.
And very special.
Yes.
My niece has a daughter who's 11 years old, and it's a blended family, and so we've known her for several years now, but she is just a sweetheart, and she made this just
and she loves making things.
Yeah, she loves making things. And so this is what she made me for Christmas. Is that not adorable? I just love it. It's so pretty.
So it's on a stretched canvas. And she painted it and then glued in the bow and all the ornaments. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very special because she only made 3 of them.
Yes.
And I got 1 of them. So it's kind of nice to be Grady and Carol.
Yeah.
But thank you, Bailey. I love it. I absolutely love it. It may stay up year round with my snowman. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was so creative and so perfect. And she's 11 years old.
Yeah.
So we've got a good start on her.
We got a future crafter. I tried to teach her to cross stitch a couple of years ago, and it went okay, but not great. So we'll try again when she's 12 or 13. Yeah.
So.
All right. And then I'll share a couple of my Christmassy gifts that were crafty related. So most of them they all came from 2 people, my mom and my friend Beth. So I'll start with the Beth gifts. So this is a calendar book that Beth gives me every year. And I'm trying to find the designer. Linnea Design. It's linneadesign.com. And this is what I use to keep track of all my quilting, stitching, stuff like that. So each day that I stitch or quilt, that's where I make my notes. And then the other thing Beth sent me was this needle minder from the Biltmore. And if you remember, she and I went to the Biltmore to celebrate her birthday in November. And she picked this pin up and whacked it off and made it into a needle minder. So I'm going to love using that and remember our trip. So thank you, Beth. And then from my mom, I got a new OmniGrid folded mat. So this opens up. I should have opened it before. But this opens up and it is, one side is cutting and the other side is ironing. And it's just a nice small size. It's like 8.5 by 11. The dog is staring at us now, ready to come in, but we'll get him in a second. The second thing she gave me is a mini felted wool pressing mat. So this will go in my little go bag for retreats.
Since I already gave her one last year that I forgot about.
And then the third thing she gave me, you saw some of these last time, but this is a candle holder that you do candle mat on your embroidery machine in the hoop. And so she gave me a candle and a candle mat. And it's spiced apple toddy. And then this one, which will honestly probably get the most use, is an insulated wine glass that says, I like to wine while I stitch. And if you have to have one of these, they have a few still at Persnickety Stitchers, and we'll link their information below. They don't do online orders there, but they do phone orders.
But they do come in different colors. I got her the maroon because that's the color of Alma College where she graduated.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So we'll be back in just a second for questions.
Okay. We're back. He's inside. He's happy. He peed, so we're happy. Okay, we had questions last time. Edie O asked a question about the small spool wall hanging that Jennifer did. And it turns out I have one of those up on my wall too. Yeah. And she wanted to know, what is the pattern?
So Edie, this is called Mini Spools by Thimble Blossoms. I think the pattern is still available. They have their patterns available in quilt shops, and I think also on the Thimble Blossoms website. But this actually came in a kit. So, and you got a kit, but it's a different kit. Yeah. It's different colors at one of the local quilt shops. And it was super fun to make. I think I made this. Yes, I made it at retreat in March of 2018. And I was so happy when I pulled this off the wall because I actually have a label in the back that tells me all the information about it. Otherwise, I would have been digging around trying to find the right information. So thanks for asking about that. I love all my mini quilts on my wall back there. All right, and then Scotty Dog asked, and I think you've used friction more than I have. She asked, when you use the friction pens, they go away when you iron them, but then do they return after that?
I have not had a problem with that. They have not come back. Somebody said if you put them in the refrigerator, which I don't know why you would do that. I haven't displayed many of my quilts inside the refrigerator, that then they would come back. But I think, again, you can hit them with the the iron and it'll go away.
Go away again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't had any trouble.
You,
with that.
I haven't used my friction pen much, but you've used it
I've
quite
used
a
it
bit and
more.
had a lot
Yeah,
of luck
I've
with
had
it.
a lot of
Yeah.
luck with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sandy of Goofy Mama Stitches asked for the color conversions and fabric for Calvin and Clyde. So I will show that in a little bit, but I will show again. So first of all, Sandy, if you're watching, I had replied and said you could send me an email and I would send you a picture, but I'll also hold this up. This is my color conversions that I used, if you want to take a screen grab of that. For Calvin and Clyde. And basically I just used what I had available in my stash. I think I bought 1 or 2 of the threads for this, but then decided to just go with what I had for everything else. And it is stitched on a piece of mystery fabric, 28 or 32 count, that Mom and I hand dyed, and it's dyed denim blue. And like I said, you'll see that in a little bit.
Yeah. And we did that last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Summer of 2020.
That's
I
true.
think.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time is just racing by. Okay, then Creative Division said she's traveling from Maryland to Minnesota and wants to know if there's any shops to stop at. Well, if you're coming across from Maryland, like we do on 70, when you get to Columbus, I would certainly consider making a detour to Cross My Heart.
Yeah.
And Limited in Columbus. That's one of the shops we went to.
went
I
to.
think we put some pictures on Facebook or Instagram. And
Yeah.
it was a great shop. They had a lot of patterns and they have Romeo the shop dog.
Yeah.
So if you are a dog person, get a biscuit and go see Romeo.
Yeah.
But that was fun. And then the other one is, if you're, depending again how you're going, in LaPorte, Indiana, is House of Stitches,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got fantastic fabric. She's got a billion patterns, and she's got all kinds of, she frames, and she's got all kinds of accessories.
She's got everything there. Stands and
yeah.
lights and
Yeah.
threads and
Definitely
really
worth
good.
the trip.
Yeah, and she wouldn't be far off of the 80-90 toll road that goes
Right.
across northern Indiana. So
Right.
maybe one way you go on 70, and then when you're going home, you go back on 80-90. So you
Or
can hit
from
both of them.
Columbus, you can go north and pick up
Yeah.
80 and go that
Yeah.
way too.
Good idea.
And remember, she is on Central Time.
Yeah,
So the
and
Columbus is,
check shop hours on both of them before
definitely.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they should be around. But they are both really good shops.
Yeah. Pat Kanan asked, what was the alphabet pattern that you showed that was in your
Yes,
joy
it's from
last
JBW
time?
Designs, and I was going to pull it, and that's,
Not here.
it might be. If we pause again, I'll look and see if I can hold
Okay.
it up. But it's JBW, and it's fun.
Was it called
goes
like
quick.
Mini Alphabet or something? Okay, we'll look for it, and Pat, if we can find it, we will put it in.
I see it. I see it. Oh,
Okay, look at that.
how about a miracle? Okay, here we go. It's alphabet in the round. That's the pattern. Boy, talk about being prepared.
And you did that over one on a little, right? It was really small.
Yeah, I think it was over one. Yes, it was over
Yeah.
one because tearing it out is a bear.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when you screw up,
I thought you were
don't
going to
screw
say
up.
another B
I
word.
know. I was behaving. It's my birthday. I'm being nice. Yeah, don't screw up because tearing out over one is just no. Okay.
And then last time, we meant to grab this too. It's up on the wall over there. Mary Lou Statson asked about pattern for your Christmas piece that spells Christmas and has like the Christmas story.
I do not have that pattern anymore. I passed the stash to a lady in Australia about 3 years ago, and she did it, and a couple of years she posted it and thanked me for it. So I don't know that she's watching, but if by chance she is, if she could send us the name of the pattern, I just don't remember it. I'm sorry. I made that in Houston. I think I made it back in the 90s. So it's been around a long time. But it was a beautiful pattern to stitch. I really liked it. Really liked it. And then the floss holder.
Oh, Helen Watson, I showed the floss holder from Mama Loves UGB, Michele, last time that I got as part of my exchange, and we didn't know what it was. But thank you, Helen, for letting us know it's a traditional Welsh woman. And then finally, we had several people who commented they would be interested in a berry challenge. So look at our schedules and figure out when we can start another challenge. And
if somebody can get finished with the first challenge,
we'll plan for a berry challenge in 2022 sometime.
Yeah,
and we'll give you guys plenty of notice so that you have a chance to pick a pattern and go.
Yeah, but if you want to start looking, now's a good time.
Yeah. All right, you want to get into whips?
Whips, okay.
Yeah.
I have been stitching since I can't do a heck of a lot else. I'm restricted as to how long I can sit up. That's the only thing, because my incision gets a little touchy. So I've been pretty good, but I have been stitching. I'm working on, I did a little bit on this. This is the Rovaris Home Sweet Home. And I didn't do a lot because I need a magnifier, and I couldn't get it to work where I was. So, but I did do just a little bit up here, not much. I need to be able to sit up with a magnifier to do it. So hopefully I could sit on the couch soon and do that. I've mostly been sitting on the bed with a big, nice triangular pillow behind me.
And you're working on Sweet.
Yeah, I'm working on Sweet, yeah. The bottom's all done and this is done, so I just have to finish the 2 loops like this one.
Yeah.
And it'll go quickly when I get my act together.
And do you know what fabric this is, or the colors? Or using
I really
DMC?
don't. I don't know where I got it.
Okay.
There's no.
So this is a mystery.
Yeah.
It's a Zweigart because it has the orange.
And it's probably, I don't have the pattern here with me, but I'm sure it's at least a 32 count.
Yeah, I think
At
it's
least.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's my dog needle minder that I keep losing.
All right, and then I've been working on 2 whips because I finished a bunch of stuff, which you'll see in a few minutes. The first one
That's really cool.
is my shop sample for Persnickety, and this is Ink Circles Blue Velvet. And I am stitching it on a 32 count Lugana Silvery Moon, which is just barely gray. And there's my progress. So I'm officially a third of the way done across here. This is the center point, this little design. And basically the same design repeats 4 times, but I've been working across instead of by quadrant. And I'm stitching this with Wildflowers thread, and this is the colorway Twilight. So that is coming along well. I was mad at it for a little while because, boy, it's easy to get off a couple stitches.
Yeah.
I stitched like one of these whole motifs, a whole section too low, and had to take it out one night, and it went away for a little while after that. But now we're friends again. Now we're getting along. And now that I'm like, I see the progress, I've hit the halfway point, now I'm a little more jazzed to keep going on that. So
I did talk to her that night. She was not a happy camper.
I was not happy. There. Okay, and then the second one, if you've been here for a while, you may remember I showed this way back in the beginning, and I haven't worked on it since, but I'm doing the Country Cottage Needlework Snow Place Like Home. I decided to start this on Christmas Day. And this is part 4, and I'm doing them all as one piece. So there's the 3 parts that I've done, and then all I got done on part 4 was the outline of the frame. So that will go in. I am using called for colors except for the blue, which is a Threadworks color, and then I actually got a green Threadworks that I'm going to use for the greenhouse. So hopefully I keep moving on this one. This was my series piece for this year. I started off real well, and then I put it in the basement, and I kind of forgot about it after Stitch Mania. So I saw it a few days ago, and I was like, I got to get going on that again. I think I might make that into a pillow when I finish it. I think it would be a pretty long pillow. Just have to find somewhere where the dog doesn't sit on it.
Or the cat.
Yeah. The cat doesn't sit on pillows as much as the dog. The dog thinks the couch is her own. Okay. So, So now on to finishes. Yeah. We have some fun finishes.
Yeah. I don't have any whips. I thought about starting.
Well, you had the one whip.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought about, everybody said, I'm going to start one on Christmas Day. I'm going to start one on my birthday, on New Year's. And I have enough hanging around. I thought, I need to get some of these finished rather than starting more. So I actually did get a bunch finished, which you'll see. Yeah. So I didn't start anything, but you never know. There's a couple I really want to work on.
It's only noon.
I know.
So you still have a lot of your birthday left.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we'll alternate, and then you'll keep going because you have a bunch of finishes. Okay, so my first one, I showed you this last time, and I think I'd stitched on it maybe 1 or 2 days. This was such a quick and easy stitch. Give Thanks by Hands On Design, and I decided to do it on this awesome orange linen called Pumpkin. This is a 32 count linen, and I finished that up, and I'm really happy with it. I think I'm going to make this either into a flat fold or a cube. We'll see what I'm feeling like on the day I decide to finish that, but really happy. Give Thanks by Cathy Haberman. That would be a fabulous gift if you're going to somebody's house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because it's such a quick stitch, and this linen is only 7 by 8, so it's a little piece of linen, super quick stitch. So again, that would be a really nice gift for somebody. Okay, and the next one, I promised you would see this, and this was also my focus piece from last time. So Calvin and Clyde from Stitching with the Housewives. And I finished this one too. I'm so happy. It went really fast. I think last time you saw it, I had done the side with the sunflower. I had done the leaves up that side. Well, I went across the top, down the other side, got those pumpkins in, finished all the little details. So this is Calvin and Clyde, all done. And again, this is on hand-dyed denim blue linen that's on some piece that I had in my stash, and I think it's probably a 28 count, but yes, fun stitch. I changed the color of the cat to be a lighter gray to match my cat better, and then I did all the floss substitutions that I shared before. So if you're interested in the floss subs but you couldn't get a snap of that card, just send me an email at twotallstitchers@gmail.com, and I'll take a picture. It's easier that way to respond than through YouTube. I said I just kept going.
That's all right. Go ahead. Just
okay.
You're almost done.
All right. Yeah. Some of us don't have 5 to show. And then my third one, I also showed you this start last time. This is the Hands On Design Cookie Exchange piece that Cathy did as a mystery stitch along, and I jumped on the bandwagon. This is on 14 count Ada that we dyed at the same time, but with aqua, and so I finished that up. In the finishing piece, she included that word cookies, and I thought that was really cute. It kind of balanced it off, so I did the cookies on the opposite side of the cookie cutters. And this one I think also is probably going to be a flat fold. Maybe, probably, I don't know, but I really like it. It's so bright and cheery.
It's really cute.
And the funny thing was, the day I finished this was the day that we made our Christmas cookies. So we baked all day, and I sat down. I was super tired that night, and I was like, I just want to finish this, and I got it done. So cookies finished on cookie baking day.
Neat.
All right,
Now
get ready.
My turn. Okay. I've been working on some I'll start over again. I have been working on some shop samples, and this is from Primrose Cottage Stitches. We've talked about them quite a bit. We feel they're kind of a new Lizzie Kate. We've seen tons of their stuff, and I have a lot more of their stuff to stitch. Some for shop models, some just because I can't pass it up, and that actually I may start one today. Okay.
Oh.
So this is the Welcome Spring from them, which will be, it's available. And I got that
Which
one.
will be in the shop.
It's
this
in the
is
shop,
the shop
yeah.
sample.
And this is the shop sample, and that's, do we need to put it up? Yeah.
And this, do you know the fabric? This is like a
yes.
really light gray.
It's a pewter. It's pewter, 25 count pewter Lagana.
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
So, are you going to finish it as a pillow for the shop sample?
Yeah, the finish on the thing is a pillow. So I'll probably do it as a pillow.
Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Okay.
So that's number 1. And then they had another one called Irish Kisses, which I will probably also finish as a pillow. And That's that one. And this is done on 16 count Ada Icelandic Gray. And that was a really quick stitch.
Yeah.
Only uses 2 colors of floss.
You did
Two
this in
greens.
like 2 days.
Yeah, this
I
was
think.
very
Yeah.
quick. This was very quick.
Very nice.
So, yeah, that one was
looks
fun.
great.
Yeah, I love their stuff. Okay. And then, last night, I finished this. This is, again, Spring Wishes by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this will probably be another pillow. I've got to
We
find
need to get some of
the dot stuff.
dot,
yeah, from Lady Dot.
Yeah.
And don't mind the
Hoop marks.
Hoop marks. I am not close to an iron right now. So that's Spring Wishes and Bunny Kisses.
Yeah.
And that was another cute one. And the one thing I have to do, and I remembered that this morning or last night, I have to give him an eye. It calls for, it doesn't show the color on the pattern, on the chart, but in looking at the picture, I think it's a black eye. So I think I have black down here. If I don't, he may have a navy blue eye. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's done.
Some bunnies have blue eyes.
Yeah, so he may be a blue-eyed bunny. We'll see.
What's this stitch done? And these were all done with DMC,
yeah,
right?
all DMC.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't remember.
This looks like a white.
I think it was. Oh, it's a 25 count Lugana, so it's probably white.
Yeah.
Yeah. We pretty much are following the what the designer says, so that when in the shop it looks the same. And then you guys may remember in early when we were doing an ornament a month, which
Early this year.
earlier this year, I started this one, Noel, and I was really thought it was so neat and everything. But as I got to the Jennifer had come over and she looked at it and she said, you know, you're not going to fit the E and L on there. Your fabric isn't long enough. So I modified it to Joy. And here it is. I pulled that out the other night and said, let's get this done. So the bottom could move up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to take it out and change it. I don't think so. Because only you and Jennifer and I know.
Yeah, and you put it on a tree as an ornament and it
it'll be
won't
fine.
be.
I'll just kind of do it as a rectangular
Yeah.
ornament and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if anybody says anything, tough titties. Okay. All right.
And this is on a 14 count white
Ada scrap.
Yep.
You can
With DMC also? Or did you
no, I
use your
used the
sulkies?
sulkies. I used the sulkies.
And how did you like the
I
sulkies?
really liked them.
Did you
I
do
really
one
did.
strand or two?
Just one.
One
Just
strand
one
on 14
strand.
count.
Yeah, I
good
really did like
coverage.
working with that. And I have a couple more that I want to do that I have set up to do on them.
Nice.
Okay, and then, ta-da!
The big one.
It was close to being finished before surgery, but I did get it done. I don't know that that'll fit on
I
there, but
think
there it is, and it's even dated and signed. So it's finished. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to frame it. I don't know if I want a pillow. I don't know, but it's done. So that's my 5 finishes since surgery.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy.
Didn't you
with that.
finish this one right before?
No. No, I didn't
Oh.
get it done.
Oh.
I didn't get it done. I just had to finish a little bit. I think it was maybe this
Down
I had
there,
to finish.
yeah.
And then there were a couple stray up like in here. a couple of
Oh,
strays.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's done.
Yay.
It's done. So yeah, so
And yours is on. We go through this every
time. It's on something.
It's on a Lugana.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, I can find it. It was
cream or cafe au lait or something like that.
yeah.
It's really pretty.
Here it is. Let's see.
Pull it back up. Look at
Yeah.
one more.
I should
One
have
more partial look.
Nope.
It's okay. It's
okay.
It's on a
It's on
a creamy color.
yeah. It's not. I don't think it's an antique white. I think it's
No, because mine was antique
yeah.
white and it's much more white.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So that's my finishes.
All right. Haul. I have one teeny tiny piece of haul. I went to Target one day and I saw this ornament and I thought that would be good to just put something in here. So it was in the Target ornament section. It was a couple bucks. So I just picked that up. That's all my haul.
And I don't have any because I haven't been.
Busy buying Christmas presents. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
shopping online more. We did go to
I
Target
have
one
my
day.
wine glass. That's
Yeah.
like my haul.
We went to Target one day after. Was it after PT? Yeah, that was
Your
the day we
doctor's
were-
appointment.
My doctor's
Yeah.
appointment.
Yeah.
And I got on the cart and drove all around Target, and then I came home and collapsed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't get any haul. I've
Okay.
been good.
All right.
Okay.
And I started a new crochet project, so now we're on to crochet and quilting, but we will get back to stitching. So this is a pattern from Red Heart and Yarnspirations, and it's called the 3-in-1 hand warmer. This is the crochet version. It also comes in a knitted version, and this is a free pattern online. If you just Google Yarnspirations, you'll find it. And so I started my mitt, and it has the longest cup
I was going to
I've
say,
ever
that's the
seen.
longest mitten I've ever
It's
seen.
kind of weird, but I'm doing the convertible one. So I just need to add the thumb, and then that will flip over. And I'm at the point where I need to tie off the top, but it's not working correctly. So I'll figure something out there. But there's mitten number 1 without the thumb hole.
Now, is that variegated yarn, or is that
It
two
is
colors?
gray is the A yarn, and the other one is a variegated yarn. And I'm looking to see. Oh yeah, I have it right here. And I got the yarns at Michael's. So that's the gray. And this is the variegated yarn.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. And I don't know which is which. They're both impeccable yarns. Yeah, just impeccable. They were at Michael's. I picked them up there. So maybe I'll have a thumb and part of a second glove. But yeah, it's
can't believe
super
how long it is.
long
My
and a
gosh.
cup. I mean, this is my elbow, and it goes halfway down. But you know, if you're out on a cold day,
Yeah, it keeps
to
you
have
warm.
it go all the way up,
Yeah.
Or you could fold it
Yeah,
and make it more of a cuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So,
wheel that little thumb around.
yeah. Yeah. So that's my crochet work. And I realized I just crochet in the winter.
Oh,
Do a little bit the rest of the year,
Yeah.
but as the weather started to get cold and it got to be hat and scarf and mitten season, I was like, oh, I want to crochet something.
yeah.
So
And I have some yarn downstairs to work on. And now that I've gotten crazy and finished 5 things, I'm probably going to try and pull out the sweater and work on that again. We'll see.
And then I have a quilt finish, which was from yesterday. So this is called Which Way's North. It's a Judy Niemeyer pattern. I believe it's out of print, but I've had it for a long time from our friend Lois. And I finished the quilt top yesterday. And it obviously won't all fit here. But we'll hold up what can. It still has the paper in the back of it. It's paper pieced. So there is the top, and if you hold it, just pull it up. Yeah, it's darker on the bottom. So it goes from lights to darks. And then I will insert a picture of the full quilt top here.
We had a great response to the giveaways last time, and everybody responded very quickly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we have not been as quick in sending them out. We had, first of all, time constraints between my surgery and stuff, but also we thought we'd wait a little bit with all the Christmas shipping.
Yeah.
We didn't want them to get lost. So it'll probably be next week, and Jennifer will get them together.
Or later this week. I
Yeah.
was going to pack them up today
Yeah,
and take
okay.
them. And
Pack
then
them up and
we'll get them in the
we'll
mail.
get them to you. And we'll send you a
by
note to
Saturday.
tell you that they're
Yeah.
coming. So and usually they give us an estimated delivery date.
Yeah.
So hopefully then you can keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
But congratulations to all the winners. We were delighted that you all responded so quickly, and we look forward to seeing what you do with them.
Yeah. Good.
So, and now Jennifer has a wonderful surprise for us.
Yeah, so as I was going through stuff and watching Instagram and a couple other Flosstubes over the past week, I thought it might be fun to do a little finish parade. So I'll do mine today, and then when we can get back upstairs,
Yeah, I'll
we'll
try.
pull yours together. But I thought I would share all of the projects I stitched in 2021. So if you need to, pause us run to the restroom, go get something to drink, and here we go. And I'll do them actually in order. So I have my notes here. So my very first finish, well, I started the piece I showed you before, this one. So I counted these as mini finishes. Something just flipped off. I counted these as mini finishes. So there's number 1 for the year. Snow Place, the first one. And then I guess I'll just show all these now. 1, 2, and 3. The 3 parts of Snow Place like home. Okay. And then my next one was this cute little one, and I didn't bring all the patterns, so if I don't remember, don't have a pattern, just drop me a note and I'll let you know what it is, because I know I do have them at home. This is Tiny Modernist. This is Animal Friends. And I love that because my birthday is in August, and you don't often see cute August patterns. And I thought this one was just adorable with the little reindeer and the raccoon having a fire camping. So that's that one. And then my next finish was for the ornament challenge that Carol on Instagram hosted. Caroling55 is her Instagram handle. And the hashtag is 12 in 21 Christmas ornament challenge, I think. I'll put it below. But boy, great eye candy there. And the goal was to stitch and finish 12 ornaments through the year. I didn't get to 12, but I had a great start. This was the first one. This is a Lizzie Kate that was out of an old just cross stitch ornaments. And there was more on this, but I shortened it just to be this piece so that I can finish it as a needle roll, which you can see that I did. So that was January. And then February, I stitched the Scarlet House freebie, Love. But as you can see, I changed up all the colors, and I stitched this one on another piece of the hand-dyed aqua linen. So there's that one. And then I did my next ornament. I was really doing well in the first part of the year. And this is from a little Doodles kit, which we now know are available at Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio.
Not the kits, but the patterns.
But the patterns, yep. And so this is a cute little Santa that I had. So I stitched him up on just a scrap of blue linen that I had and finished him in this is the wrapped hoop design. And that tutorial on the wrapped hoop was from Cathy Haberman. And then next, I'm doing a series of inspirational stitches for young ladies. And so I got this one done. This is a Lizzie Kate. She believed she could, so she did. And I think I made some changes to this, but I honestly can't remember what I changed. If you want me to dig around and look, let me know. And this is on a 28 count spring meadow green. Oh, I think I changed a couple colors so they'd go better on this green. So that was February, and now we're up to March. And so in March, I got the second section of Snow Place done. We were doing Flosstube by this time, so probably all the rest you guys will have seen. But I did this little bunny wrap.
I remember that. You did the bunnies about 10 times.
I think it's Val's stitching. Yeah, I was not real happy with these bunnies for a while. And I thought I had a great idea how I was going to finish it, but I kind of lost steam. So maybe I'll get back to that and get this one finished for Easter. And then after that came another ornament, but you can see I fell off the finishing bandwagon. This is another one from Just Cross Stitch. And I think it's Britter Cup Designs. So it was in an old Just Cross Stitch magazine, but I thought that one was really cute. One of these days I'll finish it. And this was a black cat in the pattern, but I switched it to gray again for our cat. So that's March. And then April, my first finish became a graduation present, and it's called Be Kind. And so I will insert a picture of that here. It got FFO'd and delivered in June at a graduation party. And then the one after that was, I think this Noel. I have 2 Joys and 2 Noels, but I think this was the first one I stitched. And this was stitched with a variegated DMC, and it's on a sparkly white linen. I don't know if the sparkles show. The white does show up a little bit better in person, but not great anyway. It's done.
That almost needs either back stitching or a different color background, because with the white variegation, it's very hard to read the letters.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. It looks fine on the tree. So that was April. And then in May, I did Stitch Mania. So I stitched every single day, and I did 5 new starts and 5 whips, because I wanted to work on some whips, and I did a 3-day rotation. So I only have 1 finished because I didn't work on anything very long. And this is from Lizzie Kate. This is spring. And what I did, I did 10 projects, 3 days each. And then on the very last day, I stitched, I just stitched on whatever I wanted. So I stitched on this one that very last day because I knew it was really close to a finish. This was a quick and easy one. And I know I changed some of the colors out here just to go with what I had. Okay, so that was May. And then in June, I finished up some of the Stitch Mania projects. So the first one is this Rovaris piece, and this is Joy. This will go into a pillow. There are 2 pieces here because this will become a pillow, and then this goes around a little thimble. But I need to get rickrack that's the darker red. I only have a bright red rickrack, so at some point I need to go search for darker rickrack. And this is done with DMC on Vintage Country Mocha. And then I finished this little guy, which is probably the cutest thing no, not the cutest thing, never mind. One of the cutest things I finished. This is on plastic canvas, and it's plastic canvas. Yeah. And he's one of 4, so he's the 3rd one that's done, and then they'll go together in some type of design. So I finished the little snowman, and then I finished another one I don't have with me, so I'll insert a picture here of Welcome to the Lake.
Oh, that was a gift.
Yep, which became a gift for one of my good friends in Michigan who has a lake house, so I took it to them. And actually the picture is it sitting in front of Houghton Lake in Michigan. And then I finished the 3rd segment of Snow Place. So that brings me to June, halfway through the year. All right, then July, I got back on the bandwagon with ornaments. No, I kept going. I was good with ornaments, and I did this Noel, and this is from a Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings, and it is not these colors in the pattern, but I wanted to stitch it on this pink linen, which is getting a little bit blown out in the light here. But I stitched it with just some bright kind of retro Christmas colors. This one, I mean to finish in a hoop, but I just haven't gone shopping for a hoop that fits it yet. And then another one. This was my first shop model, so I'll put the picture here of American Harmony, which is by Summer House Stitchworks. That was the first model stitch that I did for Persnickety. It was a lot of fun, and then I finished that on a board thing that I think I got at Michael's.
I think it was Michael's.
I think it was at Michael's, yeah. Okay, and then another one that gets inserted, Flower Fun, which was my second finish for Persnickety as a shop model, and I made this one into, just as the pattern had it, into a hoop, and I did another wrapped hoop, so there's a picture of it there. And then the next one, this was one of my Stitch Mania pieces. I finished Star Spangled Birthday. And I always get this wrong. I think it's a counted thread.
Counted canvas.
Counted canvas piece. And that one was a lot of fun to stitch. And this is done with a whole bunch of specialty threads. And I'd had that pattern a long time. And then I finished another biggie, my Lighthouse ABCs. The paper isn't long enough for this, but there, it's still pretty good. Lighthouse ABCs, and this came from the book Sun, Sand, and the Sea?
I think so.
Or something like that.
It's upstairs.
If you go back and look in, when was that? August?
August.
Yeah, if you look at our floss tubes in August, I'll hold up the book and show you that. I love this one. And I'm going to frame this one. I'm going to take this to the framer to have this one done in a navy blue frame. Okay, then comes September. And in September, I joined Michele at Penny's Daughter Stitches in the Jolly Jubilee Sal. And I made pumpkin brew from the Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. Did I just say Jolly Jubilee? Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee Sal. And I made pumpkin brew for that one and finished that into a pillow. And I bought the chenille yarn to put around it, and it's been sitting there since September. So someday that'll get done. I got to put that yarn away soon, so I got to get that done. And then I had my big finish with charting a course. So this was I think it was a Janlin kit that I bought at a Stitcher's garage sale. This is probably my favorite piece of the year. Not the cutest, but the favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one.
Uh-oh.
It's not in my list. It's the cutest, which was my Fox Biscornu. Every chance I get to show this. I love this one. He's so cute. And this is from Tiny Modernist. And I don't know, how did I... Oh, I think I finished stitching it in August, but it didn't get on my list. So anyway, I have to update my list. But then I FFO'd it in September. Yeah, because I think I finished stitching at our retreat in August.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay. So that brings us to the end of September. And then October, I got back to the ornaments. So in total, I stitched 6 ornaments this year, and I think I finished 3 or 4 of them. This one's called Snow Day. This is also from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was a collaboration with Cathy Haberman.
The Ornament magazine.
The Ornament magazine, thank you, yes. I think this was, 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there, late teens. And this is a Cathy Haberman collaboration for the name Squareology. So that, and I did that in a hoop. And this was a hoop I bought at the garage sale, the Stitcher's garage sale we went to in August. So I think I got the hoop for like $25. Yeah. So I was happy to use that. It was the perfect size. And then the next one is a pillow that I did for another shop model. So we'll put a picture here of Be Happy. And that was also Primrose Cottage Stitchers. That was just like yours, a really quick, really fun Primrose Cottage stitch. And I finished that into a pillow. So then November, I finished for the ornament exchange with Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. And for Mama Loves You, GB Michele, I finished this piece, which is called Peace. And that also came from, okay, stop peeking, Dad. That also came from a Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments issue. And
we have a lurker in the house.
Yes. And then my last November finish was Flea Market Flowers. And I stitched this one on, mine was on antique white. With called for colors, except for the gold, which I changed to a yellow. And you can see the details of that in our last floss tube, I think, or 2 ago. And then December, which are the 3 I showed today. So I'll pull them out real quick again. So I finished Give Thanks by Cathy Haberman, Calvin and Clyde by Stitching with the Housewives, and the Hands-on Design Cookie Exchange. And that is my year in stitching.
Wow. Impressive.
It's a lot of fun.
Plus,
and we
she
still
quilted
have
on top of that, too.
Yeah.
And was a Girl Scout leader and worked full-time from her dining room and dealt with 2 kids, one who's still learning to drive.
Yeah.
She drove me to PT the other day. That was an experience.
Yeah.
She did stop at the stoplight, though, so that was good.
And we have 3 days left this year, but I don't
Yeah.
think I'll have another finish.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You never
Pretty
know.
good. Pretty
Yes,
good.
yes.
So I think that's everything that we have today, right?
Where's the other page?
Plans. What are our
The other
plans? I don't
page.
know where the other paper went.
Okay.
I
had the
think
rest
it
of
was
the-
just plans.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We still have a few spaces for March for the retreat. It is filling up, I would say maybe 3 or 4 at this point.
Yeah.
And the August retreat.
So again, we've had a lot of new followers since
Yes,
we announced the
yes.
retreat. Go back to, I think probably Flosstube 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. We host 2 stitching retreats a year. Well, next year will be the first year we do 2. Before that, we've done 1 a year. And they're called the 2 Tall Stitchers Retreats. There's a link down in the description where you can get information. We're taking a wait list at this point for August, but we still have a
But we still
couple
have
of spaces
very
for
few
March.
spaces,
Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your plans over the next few weeks?
my plans are to continue my PT and continue my exercises, which I hate doing. But I will do them because I want to be up and about again without a walker or a cane.
Yeah.
And to get back upstairs and see what my upstairs looks like, because every time I walk in my kitchen, I die.
It's crazy upstairs.
Yeah,
Because remember,
yeah,
all the
everybody's
fall
wrapping.
came down,
Yeah.
gift wrap. Yeah.
And they were wrapping up there and everything else. I can't imagine what my sewing room looks like. Oh my Lord! And I do want to. I've got lots more to stitch,
Yeah.
so that'll be
Yeah.
good.
You still have several projects. You got to get to
Oh,
your
yeah.
Lizzie Kate one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have the reindeer games. I can't wait to start.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about
Yeah.
that one.
I am going to keep stitching. Mom and I actually went through a bunch of UFOs today from our friend Lois, who left me all of her stash when she passed away
It's been 8 years.
8 years ago tomorrow. So in a little tribute to her, we went through the last of the UFOs and decided what to do with all
Yeah.
of them. And we have some good plans. So looking forward to that. I usually get a lot of inspiration like in the 5 days around New Year's because it's kind of that time of year I'm off work. So there's no work, there's not a lot of activities. And I'm like, I can do everything. So I set my plans for next year. So yeah, I'll be thinking about that.
Yeah.
Stitching more.
Yeah.
I am going to do a New Year's Day start
Okay.
or maybe a New Year's Eve start. The winter bell pull from Tiny Modernist.
Oh,
We both got
that pattern.
the fabric for on our little shop hop. So that's
Yeah.
going to be my next start. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to start. I like the reindeer games, but I've got a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
It's hard to decide.
Good
'cause
thing
there's so
is we
much.
both have plenty to stitch on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than enough.
Yeah.
More than enough.
Alrighty, well, I think that's everything for us today.
Yes.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Don't know quite what the filming schedule will be. It'll depend on your recovery and availability. We're down in a different room today, but I think it worked out pretty well, except for
The noise in the background.
the noise and the lurker. So we will be back in a few weeks to share with you what we've done.
Yes.
Then.
And
Thanks,
until
everybody.
then, thank you for coming. Thank you for, if you're new, please subscribe. You can reach us at 2tallstitchers@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'm at Grand Stitches on Instagram. Jen is at Jen Quilter. And we wish you all a happy new year.
Yeah. Leave us a note in the comments. What
Yes.
are your New Year's plans? Or if you don't have big plans, what did you enjoy seeing today?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So-
we love reading your comments.
Yes.
It's so great. And I have to thank you again for all the well wishes. It's done a lot to brighten my days because most of them have been like this since I got out of
Very
the hospital.
gray.
Gray, cloudy, even with lights on, it's kind of ugh. And so it's been really neat to read your comments and thank you for all your love and support.
All right. Happy
Happy
New
New
Year,
Year.
and we'll see you soon. Keep stitching.